First drive done. That was a bit nerve-wracking. I accidentally bought a Defender. So, for those of you that have been watching the channel a bit, you'll know that I'm building a studio at the moment for my wife. And to be able to get the bits and bobs together for it, I've had a look on all sorts of sites. I've looked at Facebook Marketplace, I've looked at eBay, I've looked at local sales. I also looked at dispersal sales. And I also opened an account with a builder's yard and got a load of stuff from there as well. But dispersal sales, that was quite a good one. Now, I don't know if you know what dispersal sales are. They're where farms sell off the stuff that they've got. So a farmer may pack up, may retire, may emigrate, and all of the equipment that they've got and the stuff that they've got left on the farm, they want to get rid of. So they sell it off. And so an auction house will come along and set up this sale, and then you can bid and buy this stuff off the farms. So I went round and collected a load of stuff. I bought some roof sheets, I bought a toilet, well, half a toilet, and I'll come to that at a later point. And whilst I'm on the site, I found this, and I thought, oh, a Defender. I do like a Defender. In the past, I've had 3 of them. And this one came up, and I thought, I'd just put a silly offer in and see. And I put the offer in quite early on in the auction, and nobody else bid above it. But it was still below reserve. So I thought, okay, well, it's not going to happen then. Then the auction closed, and I arranged to go and pick up the rest of the gear. Then I got a call from the auction house, and they said, would you be interested in buying it if the guy dropped the reserve price to your high bid? And I was like, go on then. And so they did. They dropped the reserve. I ended up buying the Defender, and so this is what I got. It is a farm registered and farm used single purchase owner Land Rover Defender. It's a 2013 model. It's had 57,000 miles used in and around the farm. Now that's the good stuff. The bad news is I don't think there is one straight panel on this vehicle. It has had a lot of farm use, which means that it has been used and abused to chuck stuff in, chuck stuff on, move stuff around. It is absolutely filthy inside and out, and there's a lot of cleaning, tidying and work to do. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do to this, I'm not even going to bother cleaning it out yet. First thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is a complete service. So all of the oils. Now I've been and bought all of the oils from a local Land Rover dealership, and oh my goodness, that's it for the diff oil, for the engine oil, for the transfer oil, for the gearbox, for the brake fluid. All in total over 500 quid just for fluids and a couple of parts. So yeah, I mean, you can see there's stuff like this. There's lots to do on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the fluids, start with the service, get that done. I want to see if just doing that is going to make any difference to the use of the vehicle. Now, the first test that I've done on this is I've used it as is, just making sure that the engine oil hasn't run out, the stuff that was in there, which incidentally looked pretty darn black. I've used it for 1 tank of fuel. I wanted to see how many miles I got out of that 1 tank of fuel before I do all of the servicing on it, and see then if there's any improvement just from doing a service and changing all the oils. I picked up the new Defender, new second hand, and first drive, it's flipping awesome so far. The clutch is a little bit short, might have to have a look at that, see if there's some adjustment there, but there's a couple of lights that are out, but those are bulbs. But on the whole, this is quite a decent beast. So we just fitted the back cover over the pickup bed, and so that came with it. So now, first drive out to try and find a cafe or a coffee, Clarabelle ahead, and on we'll go. Actually, I'm only doing slow speed at the moment, but the noise isn't too bad for a Defender. We'll see how we get on. For one tank of fuel, I got just shy of 400 miles, 393 miles from one tank of fuel before the light came on. When I purchased the vehicle, the light was on as well. So I think that is going to give me a good rule of thumb. So I'm going to do the service, go and fill it up again, do the same sort of driving, economic driving, as careful as I could, because I've not, I don't know what sort of state this is. There's no service history. All I've managed to do is use Car Vertical to find out what has happened with this. I was really confused when I looked at Car Vertical because I couldn't work out who the owners were. And that's because when I did find who the owners were, there was just the one, and that was the original owner. So I'm now the second owner of this vehicle, and I've got a few plans to get this done up and in a practical, usable state. I'm not going to go silly, I'm not going to go over the top. I want to make sure that this is going to serve the purpose that I see I want to use this for. This is going to be quite a bit of work and probably take quite a bit of time. So if you want to come along for this journey and see what happens with this, then why not click on that subscribe button, and if you click on the bell, you'll be notified the next time I release a video. And if by the way you've tuned in to watch something on the studio build, very sorry about that. You'll see that again next week. When I started the channel, my daughter came up with a name for our camper. And when I asked her what we should call this Defender, she said, "What is that thing?" And I thought, do you know what? That's a great name for this. So, that thing, that's what this is. So if you want to see more of the build of that thing, then click on that subscribe button. For now, thanks for watching. My name's Rich, and this is It's Adventure.